watching me. Just clearing our space. Just recorded the most beautiful message for Patreon, for subscribers only. I love it when I usually start sharing with like my journaling, some reflection, channeled messages, and then we go into the cards. And there was a lot of full circle moments, reading something and then pulling a card on it, and then the next deck. Lots of repeats. I have like 4 tarot decks, and we got King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles on repeat. So, anyways, still have all the decks out. Wanted to tap in, do a collective energy update, tap into the collective energy, and see what we need to know here. So if you feel like you're needing a message, you found this and this sings to you, speaks to you, my energy resonates for you, stick around. There might just be something here for you. And know that you could join the Patreon community. You get access to all of my messages. Link for that is all over. Let's just see what we can know here. Page of Wands, freeing our spirit. Love to see it. Making choices that align with our soul, that consider all aspects of ourself, honor all aspects of ourself, right? Not just our humanness, not just the ability to continue to push forward, but what feels aligned, what feels right, what feels worthwhile. Doing those energy audits, check-ins, what's depleting you, what's allowing you to feel expansive, right? And the way that we discover who we truly are, many of us, right, we had to explore the depths of ourselves in order to discover who we were, because we had just been told who we were, been taught how to live and behave, and we just followed suit, fell in line. I just saw 144 here, until it became so uncomfortable, right? We were like, many of us began to question things like, I know this can't be all there is to life. I know it's been about 7 years since I've worked out of the house now, but when I still worked out of the house, I had a home I loved, and every morning I would leave and I would just think to myself, I'm grateful for my home, and the ability to afford it, but this can't be the only way to live, just working to survive. Yeah, I have this home I love, but I have to be away from my home for 10, 11 hours a day, 5 days a week just to afford it. It wasn't clocking. It wasn't registering for me. It was like, this just doesn't make sense. But then you begin to feel strange because you're questioning it, and it feels like everybody else is just going along with the status quo, right? But more and more of us are waking up to, we only get this one beautiful and precious life, and we don't want to spend it being, doing what we were told to do, doing the things that we were told. It's a matter of like doing the things we were told to do. Oh my goodness, that's a cat out there, and there's a cat out along the field there, and it's not one that belongs to us, I don't think. At first I was like doing an audit. Is it one that belongs to us? Is one of our indoors, outdoor? But oh wow, that must be. And then I thought it was my Marcel for a minute. So sorry, I'm back here. He does like to escape. He just got up into a tree the other day. That was terrifying. Ran and got a ladder, everything, and then he was so smart though. He figured out how to scoot his way down the tree. Didn't have to use the ladder, but he was so excited to climb it, right? And just didn't even give a second thought to how high he was going or how he was going to get back down. But apparently there's another cat out here. Maybe this cat is one that my outdoor cats play with. Or the cats from in town are following me out here. Anyway, once one cat knows that you will feed them and nourish them, I feel like they tell their friends. 2 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Literally like walking closer to the house as I it's hard to tell through the screen. I'm like, I hope that isn't my Marcel, but I haven't opened the door. I'm panicking about nothing. Anyways, I'm back, friends. Hello. I am giving a reading. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the cats out my window here. So I got Page of Wands, and we were talking about freeing our spirit, getting off the beaten path of doing things just the way they've always been done, things that have been passed down to us, right? Telling us, you should do that this way because this is what will provide you happiness, success. We have to live that way for a bit to realize, I've been doing this, and yet it's not providing that, right? Like I was talking about when I used to work from home, and I would have to spend, with Transmuting? Is that the word? Going from one place to the next. What is that word? Wow, words are failing me. I lived in a different town, right? And so I had to commute. We'll go with that word. I thought there was anyways. So I was spending 10 hours a day away from home, and it was like, yeah, I had a home and I could afford the things, but only because I was working my life away, right? Working myself into the ground. Oh, thank you so much. Usually I'm not so scattered, but if you introduce cats into my experience, game over. But yeah, this is healing those childhood wounds, taking a look at the ways in which we behave just because we were told to do so, right? And this is mastering our emotions, mastering our inner world, us determining what truly feels good for us. Many times we don't know what we want, what we desire, what would make us happy until we explore a little bit. Cats, I used to be afraid of cats. Growing up, I was afraid of cats. We were a dog family. My dad didn't like cats, and so we never had cats. And yeah, had a few experiences with childhood friends where I was fearful of them. They're just completely different than dogs. But yeah, several years ago, had some in my neighborhood in town. And then Mama Cat had a couple litters under my deck. And her second litter, I found a home for the two girls and I took in the two boys. And I can get emotional just talking about it. They have provided me so much healing and comfort. I didn't even know I needed them. So anyways, I gotta quit talking about cats because I get so emotional. Yeah, building what truly matters to us. But my point is, had I just continued to live the story that was passed down to me, I would have continued to live the story that I was scared of cats, that I didn't like cats. And honestly, yeah, they're like my best friends now. So anyways, I foster cats. Can't get enough cats. 3-3 here, Christ consciousness, and the Three of Swords. This came through in Patreon as well. We've been talking much about expanding upon this meaning, right? Yes, this too shall pass. Everything that happens to us is temporary, right? So enjoying the good moments and understanding that the uncomfortable ones will pass, but getting the wisdom out of them. But also, this meaning has been expanding for me throughout my readings over the last year or two. And it's also all about allowing life to crack us open, right? To lean into those things that make us curious, even if it's something we used to believe we were fearful of, determining and deciding for ourselves what matters to us, what resonates for us, but also this is allowing the painful moments to crack us open, to feel more deeply, right? To expand versus contract. Anything else we need to know here on determining our own rules, right? Deciding what truly matters for us. Yeah, Page of Swords, continuing to learn, understanding the more we learn, the more we discover, the more we realize there is so much more to discover, right? No end in sight. Like the deeper you go within your inner world, you understand there's no end to the deepening of that connection. It just gets better and better, deeper and deeper. 10-10 here. Closing of karmic cycles here. 10 of Swords to 10 of Pentacles. This is repeating those cycles we've been told to. This is stepping into our power and what abundance and success looks like for us, and knowing when we follow our soul what feels nourishing, what lights us up. This is how we light up the world, by being ourselves. Your purpose here is to be you, to do what lights you up, right? Knowing that you inspire others just by being you, by way of your energy here. The Sun and Judgment, and I see progress here too, 1920. But also this understanding we are inner source, we are a spirit having a human experience, and we are here to get closer to love, like that reel I shared just earlier, right? So yeah, I think that's a beautiful place to leave us. I'm gonna go do a head count on my cats here, see if that one that was outside getting any closer. I'll get us one affirmation here, but know that I am, if you would like a personal reading, whether a live reading or you want a recorded reading. Some people prefer, just pictures of the card and a written cards and a written reading. If you would like to make your health a priority and start some movement, right? Start connecting with yourself in that way. Let me know. If you would like access to the Inside Out Living Guide that I created, you could work with me one-on-one, for routine sessions. Sometimes people come in just for a one and done. Totally a personal preference. So just reach out if you're needing something, drop a comment, and I'll be in touch. My mind is clear as a still lake, and it is only when we are connected with ourselves and our mind is clear that we can hear our guidance, receive those feelings and those nudges for our next best steps. Trust where you're being guided, trust those inspired hits, those good feelings, right? It seems silly that we need this reminding, but if it feels good, now you can trust that it is good and for your benefit. So with that, I'm sending so much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your healing and wishing you a beautiful remainder of the week.